Hey, everybody, we are here with somebody really exciting. I know I say that every week, but I can't help it. He is exciting. And I am going to introduce you to this phenomenal, look at this guy. Look at him, first of all. So we always go by that first because that's the first impression. But the next best thing about Daniel, and I'm going to say it's the best thing about Daniel, he's such a great guy. Period. So you're going to get the story. He's going to tell you all about himself. I'm going to introduce Daniel Dominguez. Daniel, welcome to the show. Will you say hi to everyone?
Hey, everyone. Thank you for having me, Cheryl.
Oh my gosh, thank you. We are so happy that you're here. So Daniel, you've got a story. Now, you're still a super young guy. I could be, let's see, mom, grandma, not your great grandma, but I could be both. But Daniel's got a super great story about himself and his life, and I can't wait to hear it. Can you tell us a little bit about who you are, what you do, what your mission in life is, some great nuggets that are inspiring and encouraging for other people?
Absolutely. Well, first off, I'm a personal trainer and group fitness instructor. Groups are actually my forte. I've been doing that about 10 years now. I'm currently 29. And it's an interesting story how I got started. So when I was a younger kid, I would probably say, like 5, 6, 7, 8, I was a chubby boy and I watched a lot of cartoons, played a lot of video games, and I was living at the Bronx at the time. I was living in the Bronx. And, my mom, out of protection for me, she didn't really let me go out and play with the kids because it wasn't a really good area. So I lived a pretty sedentary lifestyle up until I moved to New Jersey. We went to the suburbs and, it was a lot more of a friendly community. So my mom started involving me in different activities such as wrestling and baseball. And I don't know, I started gravitating towards that. And then from there, as I started becoming a teen and getting older, I started getting into basketball and football, and I ran track, and I did so many activities. So, it was interesting going from like a sedentary young boy into just like this athletic type kid as I got older. And then, I graduated high school. I was looking for myself. I didn't really have knowledge of where I want to go career-wise, like, most 18-year-olds do. And I would pass this boxing gym to visit an old girlfriend back in the day. And every time I would pass it, I would just see it out of the corner of my eyes. I'll never forget it. It was called LA Boxing. And one day I just decided to step in. And I had stopped sports at that point because I had already graduated high school. I didn't do, I wasn't going to college, so there was no intramural. So I wasn't really working out. I still had that like athletic fire. So I started going to LA Boxing. I started taking the classes, and I was obsessed. I would go like 5, 6 times a week. And, after about a year or two, the trainers, they all knew me. They asked me if I wanted to if I wanted to join the team. And, I thought it was the coolest job ever. So I said, sure. They helped me get my certification. And 10 years later, here I am, living the dream, being a group fitness instructor. And so currently I live in Miami, Florida. I moved here a year ago. So yeah, that's the spark notes of my story.
Wow. So let me ask you this question. So when you say LA Boxing, were you from Los Angeles? Is that what you're telling me?
So that was the name of the company at the time. It was called LA Boxing. It was a franchise. When I actually got hired, I worked for LA Boxing for a bit, but then they got bought out by a more recognized company, UFC Gym. So if you're familiar with mixed martial
Yes.
arts, the UFC,
Yes.
they have their own chain of gyms in which they train martial arts, and they have different group fitness classes. So yeah, UFC Gym was my starting place for my career, and I owe them everything.
That's amazing. Well, I knew that you said that you were born back east and so forth, but I thought maybe you lived in LA because then you and I would have something else in common. But
I've never been to the West Coast yet. It's definitely on my list. I definitely want to hit up California.
Absolutely. You would do very, very well there, but don't go away from Florida because we know too many people that would miss you. So
That's true.
I, yeah, definitely. I love the fact that you were able to tell a very vulnerable story of the fact that you were a kid, overweight, at home, not in a great neighborhood. I love your mom, by the way, because of the fact that she really protected you.
Yeah.
She knew it was not a great neighborhood. She didn't want you to get involved in what was going on out there. And so, because of that, she kept you inside, obviously, not because she wanted to. She was being a great mom.
Yeah.
So, mom,
Agreed.
would you agree?
Oh, absolutely. When I was younger, I didn't really understand. I was a little bitter about it. But now, as an adult, I see what she was trying to do, and I really appreciate it because my life definitely could have had a different turn had I started, playing in the streets and associating with other people that were there.
Exactly. So mom, we love you and we commend you because you did a great job with him because look how he turned out. So I love the fact that when you moved, you were able to, now it was a better neighborhood. So you were able to get outside. You were able to say, all right, here I am, I want to take on the world. And you got into different sports. And I just think that it's amazing what you've been able to accomplish. Now, you say most people at 18 years old know what they're going to do. I sort of did. I
No,
had
no,
an
no.
inkling of it.
I said most, like I said, like most people, I didn't know what I wanted to
Yeah, I know.
do. Right. Yeah.
Because most people at 18 may not know what they want to do. I had an
Yeah.
inkling that I wanted to be a singer, and so I am. But other than that, you're really blessed that even though you didn't know what you wanted to do early on, you were absolutely guided to it. Everything happened for a reason. And so all of those steps that you took from being that overweight kid to the sedentary to all the sports that you were able to involve yourself in and participate in to that boxing gym that you kept passing and going, So we have to be grateful to your ex-girlfriend too. So thank you, whoever you are out there.
Yes, her too, for sure.
So tell me today, how do you, when somebody comes in to train with you, how do you inspire them? I've always been that person that goes to the gym. So I'm the bad one here.
Mm.
I go to the gym and I'm all excited and I do it for a couple of weeks, maybe a month, and then I fall off and the gym makes a ton of money off of me because I don't go back.
A lot of gyms make their money that way.
Exactly. So what do you do when you're working with somebody to really encourage them to stick with you?
So my forte are groups. So I deal in group settings with multiple people. I do one-on-ones as well, but that's always like an aside. So I'll speak from what I know best, which is group fitness. And the way I instruct my class after all these years, I've learned different methodologies. I've seen other trainers and I see where they excel and I see where they do bad. And I'm always eager to learn and take the best parts from each trainer. And now ultimately my philosophy is just about having fun, honestly. There's a million different ways to work out. There's CrossFit, there's Orange Theory, you can go to the gym with a personal trainer. There's billions of ways you can get in shape. But the best way, I think, for each individual person is to find a fitness discipline that you can do and you enjoy. If you hate your routine, if you're doing it and you do it for a while and it feels like work each time, it's not the routine for you. You've chosen the wrong one, and you need to do some exploration in the fitness world because it's vast and it's wide, and there is something for everybody out there. So my group classes, the majority of them are around boxing. What I love about boxing, especially on a heavy bag, not boxing anyone per se, but just fighting the heavy bag, it's the one discipline that you can really let out that real beast that everybody has, that energy, that stress that you have throughout the day. You know, once you learn the technique, there's only 6 punches in boxing. Once you get them down, it's like a canvas, like you're working out, it's fun, you're hitting the bag, and it really doesn't feel like working out because you get into that warrior kind of beast spirit, and it's not like trudgery like a lot of workouts may be to people. So the way I inspire people, good to go back to your question, is I make all my classes really fun. I crack a lot of jokes. I'm very high energy, but I try to make my clients smile because I don't care what kind of pain you're going through. If I can crack a smile out of you, I know that you're going to come back because at least at some points within the workout, you were able to break apart from that pain and just kind of, all right, yeah, I'm enjoying this. I'm doing good.
You know, that's absolutely key. And you are so right, Daniel, because I have not been that person, as I said, unlike you, and I'm very, proud of the person who you are, even though, we don't know each other that well. I still am, because I know a lot about you from our friend Gail Gensler, who recommended
The
you to
amazing Gail, of course.
amazing. Yes, our brand ambassador who recommended you to be on the show. So I know a lot about you, because she can't stop raving about you. But what you said is so important. You should do that because I'm a dancer versus somebody that goes into a gym. So my form of exercise would be salsa
Amazing.
or, right? Whatever else, Zumba, whatever it is. So that makes me feel good, invigorated, confident, gets me in shape, makes me feel sexy, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Um, I love the fact that you're not just about the routine, you're about making somebody smile. And that's what I didn't experience in personal training or in going to the gym and doing whatever. I didn't experience that. You're an exception to the rule. And I love that about you. I mean, everybody needs to find you now
Yeah.
because there's so much depression going on in this world right now, and so much anxiety and so much worry and so much concern. Unfortunately, we have some reason to be.
Yeah.
But if we can go to somebody like you and just get out all of our adrenaline and energy and, like you said, get into that beast mode and get into amazing shape with somebody that's going to motivate us, that's incredible. It doesn't happen. It probably does, but not as often because I hear those stories from different people that don't return. So how do we find you? How do people in the Florida area find you so they can take your group classes or you can do private training?
Well, like most millennials, I conduct a lot of my business through Instagram. If you live in the Miami area and you are interested, my handle is my name, Daniel J, just the letter J, Dominguez, Dominguez, Daniel J. Dominguez. And currently, I teach at Tap Out, which is a boxing gym downtown. It's right over the MacArthur Causeway if you're coming from Miami Beach. It's a great studio. You know, everybody's super nice. They're super accommodating. It's very Instagrammable. It's got a nice vibe to it, and we have loads of fun over there. So I teach over there. I also work at a high rise in Brickell called Icon, and starting in October, I'm going to be working at Crunch in Miami Beach, teaching my own version of boxing.
Wow, that's amazing. I don't even know how you have time for you.
You know what it is? I am very fortunate that I chose a profession that I love so much that when I work, I don't feel like I'm working. I really like, even on my time off, there are times where I would prefer to be teaching class or working or seeing
Mhm.
clients. So I think I'm one of the very, very chosen few that found the right thing for them, and that's leading classes and inspiring people and making them laugh and making them sweat and just giving them a great overall performance. Because what I do is really a performance when I'm teaching these group fitness classes, because I go in there and, I could dog it, I could half-ass it and not give, 100% and just let the hour go by. But every single time I have that thing within me where I feel like I need to perform, that I need to give people my best service, my best product. I got to know who they are. I need to know their name. I need to know, what their goals are. I need to find ways to make them laugh. Even if my jokes don't hit the first time or the second, I'm gonna make you laugh with the third joke or the fourth, or I'll find some way to make you feel like this guy isn't just there for the money. This guy is doing it because he really loves inspiring people.
See, and that would make me want to come back and back and back again, the person that doesn't like the gym.
Yeah,
But in the case of you, I would have so much fun that I wouldn't even know I was working out.
exactly.
So that's the key right there, everybody, is to find a Daniel, which I think is not going to be easy because Daniel's Daniel, but you got to find somebody like him.
Yeah.
Now, let me ask you this. I take vocal coaching on Skype because my teacher's in Georgia.
Okay.
So are you able to Skype personal training for people?
So I could use Zoom. I don't really use Skype per se, but primarily with my internet training, I use FaceTime because so much of this world is Apple dominated. Almost everybody's got an iPhone. So it's very simple to just take my number, we FaceTime each other. They're either in their own house or they're in the gym. I prefer people being in their own house. They don't even need equipment because I do a lot of my training with calisthenics, which basically is the long word for body weight movements.
Yeah.
So all they need is like a little area where they can have space and be able to do a plank or a squat and push up, and we're good to go. And even through internet, I like to do groups. So if you have a friend or you have a couple of friends that have been, putting off their New Year's resolution for, what are we in, 10 months now, just grab 2 or 3 buddies, we can all FaceTime together and we'll run a group session together.
See, I love that idea. So you gave us your handles and so forth and so on. So how do we get in touch with you to do that? And then we're going to talk about your clientele and MDR journey. So
Absolutely.
how do we get in touch with you to do perhaps something on FaceTime, et cetera? And by the way, Apple, he just did a really good endorsement for you. So you owe him some money.
Or an
Get that
iPhone
checkbook
13.
ready.
I don't know if I don't even know what version we're on now, but the newest iPhone, I wanted Apple.
There you go.
And back to your other question, Instagram would be the best way to get in contact with me. Again, it's Daniel J. Dominguez. Just follow me, send me a message. I follow everybody back and we'll get it going from there.
Sounds phenomenal. So everyone, I just want to mention, please like and share this video because you're going to want to share this with your friends, your family, your coworkers, everybody that you love and care about to get some phenomenal information from Daniel. Connect with him, find him in Miami. There's so many places to find him, and perhaps put a group class together online because like he said, even in his off time, he'd love to be teaching because he doesn't feel like it's work. That's how I feel about clientele, by the way. I never feel like it's work. I love what I do. So we are blessed. So now let's talk about that. You are really not a skincare proponent of really any kind. So how did all this start to work for you? What do you think?
Well, I've always dealt with acne my entire life. And I've used various products, and it was always an issue with skin, and not just on my face, it was on my body. And one of the biggest proponents was that I'm always working. So you carry that oil on your face all day, and until you shower and moisturize, the bacteria still rests on it. And me, somebody like, I worked out 2 separate times today. It's 4 o'clock. You know what I'm saying? I woke up, I did an hour of cardio, I'm sweaty. I come home, I showered again. About 2 hours later, I go back to the gym. I do my bodybuilding routine. I'm sweaty again. So for me, it's like really important to, constantly cleanse because I'm getting sweaty so often. And in the past, I would just shower up. I would do the man thing where I would put like my Old Spice body wash. I would just do that. But now I've gotten into the habit of using the clientele products, specifically the soy facial cleanser after my workouts, and I'll just hit my anywhere that I have, breakouts. I'll hit my face, I'll get that grease off, and then I'll use the moisturizer as well. So it's like having that little routine post workout has really helped my skin. And I still have some blemishes and stuff, but compared to how it was before, it's night and day, night and day.
Well, that's a good thing to mention too, because you've only been using it a really short time, just like
Yeah.
a few weeks.
Yep.
Are you using your facial mask?
I am using my facial mask, and I use the facial mask on more than my face. My shoulders and my chest, I get some issues, so I'll apply the mask there too. And then, literally, like right after taking it off, you can see a noticeable difference in just your complexion and like the noticeability of any blemishes.
Exactly, because that's what I wanted to point out to everybody is if you have blemishes. Now, a lot of us right now, Daniel, have them because a lot of us wear facial coverings. So
Right.
all of that bacteria and germs and makeup and all that oil, as you just said,
Mhm.
or oil from products that you're using, that's all being trapped in there. But so that's the external reason that we have it, but you also have internal reasons that you have any kind of acne. That would be from diet, stress, lack of exercise,
Yeah.
or overexertion,
Mhm.
lack of water, medications, any kind of medical conditions, poor sleep, drinking to excess, smoking or being around a smoker. Those
Yeah.
are all of our internal stressors. And then the externals are being in front of the camera. So the computer, any kind of electronics, the laptop, the cell phone, the television, sun, even though we love the sun and we need the D3 that the sun creates, and you're in an area where sun is a big deal, like me. I'm in California, you're
Mhm.
in Florida. So sun is a big deal for both of us. So all of those are the external stressors, the combination of both, Daniel, plus your hormones,
Yeah.
your testosterone, your progesterone, even your estrogen, because you do have it as a man, your
Right.
human growth hormone, all of those changes as time goes on, even in your 20s, approaching 30. There's a slowdown there, there's a shift. So that's all coming from the inside. So, what have you noticed in relation to really calming those blemishes that your supplements have done?
Yeah, the supplements have played a big role in that as well. You sent me a ton, and I take all of them. But I have noticed, a noticeable decrease in my blemishes. But the most amazing thing about the supplements was just the clean energy I get from it, because a lot of my workouts are fueled off of caffeine. So I'll have like an energy drink, or I'll have something, and the stuff you've sent me, the AM and PM tablets, those have been really great as a pre-workout. I'll just pop it and I'll go work out. But the effervescent tablets, those are the magnum opus of all the products you sent me. Those work really well.
Well, thank you. First of all, those are the vital factors, and that is a
Yeah.
huge proponent of allowing your body to make its own human growth hormone. We never want to put human growth hormone into our body, something that is man-made. We want our body to produce it. So
Mhm.
that's what we did with our doctors, researchers, scientists. We put together a formula that works so well to work on your musculoskeletal, so your bones, cartilage, joints, your brain function, so memory and energy and focus,
Yeah.
your heart, so your cardiovascular, as you're working out, this is also strengthening your heart, your muscles, your valves, etc. your metabolism. A lot of people tell us that their metabolism has balanced. And those who needed to lose weight, lost weight. Those who needed to gain, gained. And also, now you don't have to worry about this because you've got that great shaved head look. But I love it. I love it so much. For the person that does want to grow their hair, when you're working your body from the inside out, it is amazing what happens. And then your men's fitness tabs are just giving you exactly what your body needs on a daily basis so that you can function, you can have a strong immune system. So I'm so excited that somebody like you, who is a personal trainer, who is a group trainer, who is so heavily into fitness as his life, loves our supplements. I don't know if you know that they're made in collaboration with Nobel Prize winning doctors, scientists, and researchers. So what you're taking is the most highly sourced. But talk about highly sourced. This person in front of us is very highly sourced. He's an amazing human being. It's not like, again, he says about money for him. It's about you. And I would love you to leave us, Daniel, with some great, inspiring, and encouraging nuggets. You already have given us so much, but what else could you leave the world with that you want them to know?
For the person that is struggling to find a fitness routine, most people, it's usually, struggling with weight loss, and a smaller amount of population that wants to actually put on weight, other people who see specific areas in their body that they would like to build. A lot of women want to develop their lower body, men specifically their upper body. I'm going to harp on what I said before, and it's about finding the routine for you. I say, if you're somebody who is not working out right now, don't just take the first thing and run with it. Don't just take your friend's advice about what worked for them. I want you to take a month, maybe even 2 months, and just research different gyms in your area, different concepts, different places. ClassPass is great for that, because ClassPass is a membership and they give you access to a ton of different gyms. Use ClassPass or go on your own and do a trial of multiple places. I'm not just talking like 1 or 2 or 3. I'm saying go to 4, 5, 6, 7. Hey, listen, it's like that episode of Harry Potter where he goes into the wizarding shop the first time. He's going to get his wand. He tries out a bunch of different wands and they're not working for him. And then finally he finds one that starts glowing, and the wind starts rushing around him, and he just, you just know instantly that's the one. The same thing's going to happen with fitness, man. Like, try out these different places until you find one that just like, it kind of awakens you, and it's just like, yep, this is it. And you'll know when it's it, because as you're doing the workout, you love it. It's not drudgery. It's not pain. It's something that you actually enjoy doing. And the real switch comes, I tell everybody this: you have a switch in your brain. Even I do. There are moments, even as a trainer the past few years, where I'm like, oh my God, I got to work out today. Everybody goes through it. But if you can find something you like, don't have to love, find something you like, stick with it 2-3 weeks. That's my time frame, 2-3 weeks, about 21 days, because it takes 21 days to build a habit. You stick with it that long, that switch in your head that initially is like, oh man, this is drudgery. Oh, I got to go to the gym. The switch flips, and suddenly it's a craving. It's a desire. It's no longer I have to, but I get to. I can't wait to. This is the highlight of my day. You wake up and you're like, oh my God, I can't wait to work out. I want everybody to get to that point where that switch is flipped and fitness is no longer something that has to be done, but something that, oh my God, you desire so much, just like you desire breathing or eating.
Well, that's incredible. incredible insight, incredible information for everybody. And I'm telling you, I'm sitting here and I'm like, my inspiration is rising to go out and do something different and find something else that I love to do in addition to dancing to keep myself fit at, almost 65 years old. So
It's out there.
yeah, absolutely.
Just got to find it.
Find it. It's not too late.
Yeah.
It is not too late. Even if you're 80 years old and you still have mobility, go do it. So
and I promise you, it's going to give you new life. Once you find that thing, it's not just about being in shape, but once you find that fitness routine that you love, that you're craving, that you can't go without, it's going to affect all other areas of your life because you're going to be going about your normal day-to-day life happier. You're going to be interacting with your loved ones happier. You're going to be interacting with your coworkers happier because you found something in life that really awakens you and gives you energy and power and gives you something to look forward to. And you see the changes in the mirror. You look amazing. You feel amazing inside. Fitness it's way more than just the aesthetics, just the appearance. It's a whole lifestyle transformation concerning energy and your optimism about living a fulfilling life day to day.
Well, thank you, because we have a commonality, definitely. And that's because what we also do in clientele is we help you make changes in your life from the inside, not just putting something on topically, not to say that this is not going to be amazing topically, because it always has been, but working from the inside. So if you combine what Daniel's telling you with all that passion and all that fire, because you're going to find the thing that you love to do to keep yourself fit. And then you combine it with taking care of yourself supplementally and finding the right skincare. Boy, do you have a dynamite combo. And the way to find the right skincare also, Daniel, is to do what Daniel and I did. I asked him a lot of questions. We were on the phone for a while. So if you're going to make a commitment to working out, finding the way to be fit, it is a commitment. It's a commitment to yourself. Find a time to commit, also to talk to me. So I'm going to give you a number to contact, 800-327-4660. And I'll say it again. I sound like a commercial, 800-327-4660, because I want you to call and ask for 5709. That's Cheryl. Because you and I are going to sit down just like Daniel would analyze exactly what you need to do. That's what we're going to do. We're going to make it custom to fit you so that you get excited about what you're going to do with us, and you're going to get excited about getting your body into shape with Daniel. You've got all the ways. Even if you don't live in Florida, you can connect with him on Instagram and set up that class online. Oh my gosh, it's going to be amazing. So Daniel, will you say goodbye to everybody? And I am too. And we're going to see you, by the way, next Thursday at 12:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for another great guest. I'm not going to tell you who. It's going to be a surprise. So stay tuned. Everybody else, your time zones. We're not forgetting about you, but I can't rattle them off that quickly. So 12:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then join me Tuesday for some great info on Clientele Tuesday Night Live at 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Daniel, I love having you on here with me. What a phenomenal guy. What an incredible inspiration. Thank you for what you did for everybody out there.
It was absolutely my pleasure. Thank you for having me, Cheryl.
Thank you. Find him. You're not going to be sorry. See you soon. Blessings, everybody.
Take care, everybody.